The air crackles with tension on a sunlit basketball court, where a young black boy stumbles back, blood dripping from his nose, reeling from a punch thrown by a snarling bully who's spitting hate. His name's Jaden Turner, 12 years old, tough, bright. But right now, he's a target, cornered by a racist thug who can't stand his shine. Across the court stands Kyle Mason, 15, hulking, white, his fists clenched, his smirk twisted with venom, thinking he's king of this turf. But in the shadows of the bleachers, a Delta Force commander watches, Darius Turner, black, ruthless, his eyes blazing with fury, ready to turn this playground into a battlefield. In the next hour, you're about to see a story so fierce, so raw, it'll grip your soul. A tale where evil swings its fist, only to get crushed by a black father's strength, a twist that'll flip this court upside down. This isn't just a fight or a fall. It's a triumph that'll make your blood roar and your heart pound. Welcome to Black Triumph Stories. Hold on tight because we're diving into the storm right now. It's a warm, golden afternoon in a quiet suburban neighborhood just outside Raleigh, North Carolina, where the sun hangs low, casting long shadows across a cracked asphalt basketball court tucked behind Lincoln Middle School. The air hums with the buzz of cicadas and the faint thud of sneakers on pavement, the day winding down as kids scatter, some heading home, some lingering to shoot hoops or chase the last hours of freedom before dinner. The court's worn, faded lines, rusted hoops, a chain-link fence rattling in the breeze. But it's alive, a hub where laughter and shouts echo, where games turn into stories, where battles are fought with balls or fists, depending on who shows up. On the far end, near the free throw line, stands Jaden Turner, 12 years old, wiry but strong, his dark skin glistening with sweat under a red tank top, his short black hair damp, his sneakers scuffing the asphalt as he dribbles a beat-up basketball. He's quick, darting, spinning, his dark eyes bright with focus, his grin flashing as he nails a jumper, the ball swishing through the net with a satisfying clang. Jaden's a regular here, captain of the school team, a kid who's earned respect with his game, his grit, his heart. He's smart too. Straight A's, a science fair champ. A boy who dreams of flying jets someday, a dream his dad's fueled since he was old enough to hold a toy plane. Today's no different. He's here after school, shooting solo, waiting for his dad to pick him up. His backpack slung against the fence, his water bottle half empty beside it. Across the court, near the bleachers, strides Kyle Mason, 15 years old, hulking, his broad frame casting a shadow, his white skin pale under a buzz cut, his blue eyes glinting with a mean streak that's known around school. He's dressed in a gray hoodie and cargo shorts, his sneakers loud on the asphalt, his hands shoved in his pockets, his voice a growl as he mutters to two buddies trailing him. Smaller kids, followers, their laughs sharp and nervous. Kyle's a bully, a terror in the halls, a kid who's flunked twice, who picks fights to feel big, who's targeted Jaden before with shoves, slurs, a hate he's never hidden. He's here today with a chip on his shoulder. Another detention, another lecture, another reason to unload his rage, and Jaden's his mark, a black kid who's too good, too fast, too much for Kyle to stand. In the bleacher's shadow, leaning against a post, stands Darius Turner, 40, tall, his dark skin taut over muscles forged in combat, his short black hair hidden under a cap, his dark eyes steady, scanning the court like a hawk. He's dressed in a black t-shirt and jeans, his boots scuffed, his duffel slung over his shoulder, his posture relaxed but coiled, a man who's seen hell and walked out stronger. Darius is a Delta Force commander, ruthless, elite, a soldier who's led ops in shadows, taken down threats with precision, a father who's taught Jaden to stand tall but knows the world doesn't always play fair. He's here early, done with a training gig nearby, picking up Jaden like always, watching his boy shoot, his pride quiet, his guard up, his instincts sharp. The court's alive. Jaden dribbling, the ball thumping. Kyle circling with his crew, their laughs cutting through the cicadas, their eyes locking on Jaden like wolves on prey. "Hey, Turner," Kyle shouts, his voice loud, taunting, his steps closing in, his buddies fanning out. Jaden pauses, the ball bouncing once. his dark eyes flicking up, his grin fading. "What's up?" he says, his tone cool, steady, but Kyle's smirk twists, his white hand pointing. "What's up? You think you own this court, huh? Time to learn your place." The air shifts, tension coiling, the game turning, Darius's head tilting, his dark gaze narrowing, the storm about to break. The basketball court behind Lincoln Middle School turns into a cauldron, the late sun blazing low, the asphalt radiating heat as Kyle Mason closes in on Jaden Turner, his hulking white frame a wall of menace, his buzz cut glinting, his blue eyes burning with hate, the air's thick, cicadas buzzing, the chain-link fence rattling, the faint thud of Jaden's ball slowing as he steps back, his red tank top damp, his dark skin shining, his short black hair sticking to his forehead, his wiry arms tense. Kyle's crew flanks him, two smaller white kids, their hoodies loose, their laughs sharp, their steps echoing Kyle's, a pack hunting a lone target. Jaden's alone, his ball rolling to a stop, his dark eyes narrowing, his grin gone, his voice steady but edged. "I'm just playing, man. Leave me alone," he says, his sneakers scuffing, his stance shifting. Ready but wary, Kyle smirks, his white fist flexing, his voice a growl cutting through the cicadas. "Playing? You don't play here. This is my court, and you don't belong, little punk." He steps closer, his cargo shorts swishing, his hoodie swaying, his bulk towering over Jaden's 12-year-old frame, his words dripping venom. "You think you're hot stuff? Basketball star, huh? Time to take you down a peg." The U lands heavy, code for black, for better, for everything Kyle hates, and Jaden's jaw clenches, his dark hands balling, his voice rising. "I'm not bothering you, back off." The court stills, other kids pausing, a girl on a bike watching, a boy with a ball freezing, the air electric with what's coming. Kyle laughs, harsh, grating, his white hand shoving Jaden's shoulder, hard, sending him stumbling, the ball bouncing away, his backpack tipping against the fence. "Back off. You don't tell me what to do," he snarls, his crew snickering, their eyes glinting, feeding off his rage. "You people always think you're special, gonna fix that right now." Jaden catches himself, his dark eyes flashing, his voice sharp. "I'm not scared of you. Leave me alone." Kyle lunges, his fist swinging, wild, slamming into Jaden's chest, a thud echoing, Jaden staggering back, his breath hitching, his small frame hitting the asphalt, a scrape tearing his elbow, blood streaking. The court erupts, kid shouting, the girl on the bike yelling, "Stop it," the boy with the ball running off, the chain-link fence rattling as Jaden scrambles up, his dark hands up, his voice a cry. "What's your problem?" Kyle's on him, his white fist swinging again, clipping Jaden's jaw, blood dripping from his nose, his pigtails flying as he falls, his red tank top twisting, his courage unbroken but his body buckling. "Stay down, you little," Kyle roars, his slur cut off, his crew cheering, "Get him, Kyle!" Their laughs, a chorus of cruelty, their steps closing in, the court a battlefield now, Jaden's blood a mark on the ground. Across the bleachers, Darius Turner moves, slow then fast, his tall black frame uncoiling, his black t-shirt stretching, his cap low, his dark eyes blazing with a fury that's cold, ruthless, alive. He's been watching silent still, his duffel dropping, his boots thudding, his voice a low rumble as he steps onto the court. "That's enough." Kyle spins, his white face twisting, his smirk holding as he clocks Darius, his fist flexing, his voice a bark. "Who are you? Mind your own. This kid's mine." Darius closes in, 6'3" of muscle, his jeans scuffing, his dark hands loose but ready, his presence a storm, his voice a growl. "He's my son, touch him again, and you're done." Kyle laughs, wild, reckless, his white frame squaring, his crew stepping back, their laughs faltering, his blue eyes glinting. "Your son? Good, teach him some manners." He swings, fast, sloppy, aiming for Darius, his fist cutting air, thinking he's king, thinking he's untouchable, but Darius is a ghost. His training flares, his dark hand snapping up, blocking, twisting, his knee ready, his voice a death knell. You picked a wrong fight, kids scream, help, get him. The girl on the bike filming, the court a chaos of dust and shouts, and Kyle's blind, too angry, too hateful, to see the reckoning, the twist waiting to drop. The basketball court turns into a crucible, the sun sinking low, the asphalt a furnace as Kyle Mason lunges at Darius Turner, his hulking white frame a battering ram, his buzz cut dripping sweat, his blue eyes wild with hate, his fist swinging for Darius's jaw. Jaden Turner scrambles back, his red tank top torn, his dark skin streaked with blood, his pigtails loose, his small hands clutching his nose, his dark eyes wide with fear and hope, his cry piercing the chaos. Dad, kids shout. The girl on the bike filming. He's hitting him. The boy with the ball running, the chain-link fence rattling, the court a storm of dust and screams, Jaden's blood a mark on the ground, his courage unbroken but his body battered. Darius stands firm, his tall black frame a fortress, his black t-shirt taut, his dark eyes blazing with a fury that's cold, precise, lethal. He's a Delta Force commander, 40, ruthless, trained to kill, and right now he's all in, his hands up, his voice a low growl. You're done, kid. Kyle's fist flies, wild, sloppy, but Darius moves, fast, fluid, his training a blur, his dark hands snapping up, catching Kyle's wrist mid-swing, twisting hard, a crack echoing as the arm bends, Kyle's roar turning to a scream, his punch dying in the dust. Let go, Kyle bellows, his white frame thrashing, his other fist swinging, but Darius is a ghost, dodging, his knee slamming into Kyle's gut, doubling him over, his elbow striking the jaw. Precise, a delta move that drops Kyle to his knees, gasping, clawing, his white face bruising fast. The court erupts, kids cheering. Yeah, get him. The girl on the bike shouting. He's down. Her phone steady, the boy with the ball yelling. Call someone. Darius doesn't stop, his dark hand gripping Kyle's neck, pinning him, his voice a rumble. You hit my boy, my blood. You don't walk away from that. Kyle's crew scatters, their hoodies flapping, their laughs gone, their steps fleeing as Kyle wheezes, his white hands flailing, his voice a plea. I didn't, I'm sorry. But Darius leans in, his dark eyes locked, his grip iron, his voice a death knell. I'm Darius Turner, Delta Force, 15 years. I've crushed men bigger than you for less. You picked the wrong kid, the wrong day. The twist lands. A bomb exploding. Kyle's face crumples, his blue eyes wide, his white skin paling, his bulk sinking, realizing too late. He's not just fighting a dad, he's fighting a legend, a killer who's turned his hate into ash. Jaden stands, shaky, bloodied, his dark hands wiping his face, his voice a whisper, Dad, you got him, his small frame glowing with pride, his tears drying under Darius's shield. Kids roar, phones up. He's a soldier. Take him out. The girl on the bike filming steady, the court a chaos of victory. Kyle's crew gone, his reign shattered. Please, no more. Kyle gasps, his white frame trembling, but Darius holds, his dark strength a wall, his voice a growl. You'll remember this. Every time you think of swinging, you'll see me. Sirens wail, cops closing in, lights flashing through the fence, kids parting, the girl on the bike shouting, he saved him. Darius steps back, his dark hands flexing, his cap low, his eyes softening as he turns to Jaden, his voice gentle, you're safe, son, always. Kyle's done, crumpled, broken, a bully humbled by a Delta Force storm, a twist that's flipped this court into triumph, Jaden's blood a mark of survival, Darius's strength a shield no hate can pierce. The basketball court falls silent as dusk settles. The sun a thin line on the horizon. The asphalt cooling as Darius Turner kneels beside Jaden Turner, his tall black frame a shield, his dark hands steadying his son's shoulders, his black t-shirt stretching over muscles still taut from the fight. Jaden stands, his red tank top torn, his dark skin bruised, his pigtails loose, his small hands wiping blood from his nose, his dark eyes shining with relief, his voice soft, "You're the best, Dad." Kyle Mason lies sprawled, his hulking white frame crumpled, his buzz cut matted, his blue eyes dazed, his gray hoodie ripped, his range shattered, his whimper a ghost in the quiet. Cops swarm, lights flashing, radios crackling, their boots thudding as they cuff Kyle, their voices sharp. "Kyle Mason assault, battery, you're coming with us." Kyle's hauled up, his white hands cuffed, his bulk slumping, his protests weak. "I didn't mean," but the cops cut him off, dragging him to the squad car, his cap lost, his downfall filmed by every kid, a bully broken by a father's wrath. Darius stands, his dark frame towering, his cap low, his eyes softening as he pulls Jaden close, his voice a rumble. "Nobody touches you, not ever." Kids cheer, the girl on the bike shouting, "He's a hero." Her video live, the boy with the ball clapping, the court alive with their win, Jaden's blood a badge of courage, Darius's strength a fortress no one can crack. The footage explodes online, 10 million views 2050, a viral storm, Delta Force Dad stops racist bully trending, comments flooding, praise for Darius, Jaden, fury for Kyle. He's booked assault, hate crime charges, his school suspending him, his name mud, jail looming, his punch a lesson he'll carry in scars. Darius and Jaden head home, Jaden's arms slung over his dad's shoulder, Darius's duffel swinging, their steps steady, their bond a fire no hate can dim. They're not just father and son, they're warriors, a black legacy that took a court and turned it into triumph, a story kids whisper at school, a tale parents tell with pride. Kyle's world crumbles, friends ditch him, his crew scatters, his hate a ghost haunting his cell, a bully who swung too far and lost it all. The court shifts, Lincoln Middle buzzing, kids nodding to Jaden, teachers glancing at Darius, a respect spreading, a crack in the old fear widening with every share. Jaden's back the next day, his ball bouncing, his grin returning, his dark eyes bright, his dreams of jets soaring higher. Darius watches, quiet, proud, his Delta Force past a shield. He'll wield again if he must, his son's strength a flame he's lit to burn forever. This is black triumph, raw, fierce, unstoppable, a roar beyond one court into every heart told it can't rise. If this hits you deep, smash that like, subscribe, ring the bell, keep it alive. Tell us, have you faced this? Have you fought? Drop it below, let's roar together. This is Black Triumph Stories. We wield the truth, we make it thunder, every damn time.